Comic book savant, comic sense. Welcome back to the Comic Book Savant podcast. I'm your host, James Harris. This episode, I'm going to be actually doing a product review, um, and the product is called Fight Your Friends. It is a card game. The company that produces the game, Cold War Incorporated, reached out to me and asked me, would I be interested in checking out and doing a review of this card game. I didn't have too much experience with, I didn't have any experience with card games, but I thought it was kind of cool. It was based on a lot of, it included or featured a lot of favorite small indie created characters, across comics. Some I had seen different places before, some I hadn't, and I just thought it was interesting that it was a comic-centric tabletop game. And I know in the space so many people grew up playing the different games, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, etc. I've had close friends and even friends of the show. I don't, for some of you that go way back with the podcast, one of my closest friends, Jason Slate, Chewy, he used to do a segment on the podcast many years ago now. He was huge into Magic the Gathering and the different card games, and he has a great podcast called The Mana Pool that he still has going now. That he always tried to get me into it, but I just always missed out because me growing up, it was just always me and my older sister. She was never into the things that I was into, as far as comics, video games, so forth. So I really didn't have many people to play with, which is kind of the situation now. So it was kind of hard to play a card game by yourself, and I just didn't have many people in my circle or close around me that were into them till I was way older. And that, I guess, the urge or the urgency of wanting to play or even learning how to play that was always the barrier. It wasn't that I didn't want to, and I even bought, I would buy packs to just try to get my head around it, but it was just hard to do it by yourself, which sucked. So I thought it would be cool to check this out. So just let me give you the breakdown of the game. From the packaging. It says, Fight Your Friends is a fun and fast card dueling game featuring incredible characters from your favorite indie comics. From a huge cast of characters, choose a crew of 10 fighters and rumble with your buddy across 4 action-packed rounds of magic, muscle, mayhem. All you need is 10 cards, 10 minutes, 1 friend, and the base pack includes 60 cards. And let me say this right off the bat. Even for me, that I'm foreign to this world, and this was like my first kind of dip into it in many years of even, having anything like this in my hands. The packaging, the card design, just all the materials are premium and they look fantastic. I mean, that alone makes you want to just jump in and kind of get into it and give it a try. So, definitely I'll include all the links in the post. If you go to the website, I'll have links to everything for Cold War Incorporated, so you can check out the game. They have a Facebook presence. They're on Twitter, they're on Instagram, and they have a web store as well. So if you want to check out the game, you can. And I think because I think it was a Kickstarter. They even had a page where they showed the creators of the game playing the game as well, for you to get a feel. I think if you're into tabletop games, especially, this is something that you can definitely get into and really enjoy. I enjoyed it. It was a little complicated to me because I was sitting down with the family and we were trying to figure out how to play it. None of us, it was 3 of us, and none of us had experience playing tabletop games at all, but it just seemed really intriguing. Like, the packaging made you want to rip it open and be like, hey, let me give it a try. So, again, I'm not the target audience because I'm foreign. Now, I wish I was still in North Carolina and I was around Jason, because I know he could probably teach me the game in a couple of minutes. And like they said, it's really set up to be a quick, fast-paced game. So when it was three people that had no clue what we were doing, it was not 10 minutes, and we couldn't figure the whole thing out. So we never completed the game. We got like halfway through and was just kind of got stuck. But what we did play, we enjoyed. But like I said, I know I'm not the target demographic, and I think if you just have one person that is into and has experience playing tabletop card-based games, they definitely could take a novice and I feel like teach them the game relatively quickly. But I tried it. I have to say, like I said, it was fun to play. So if you're someone like myself that are not familiar, or you don't readily have someone available to you that knows how to play tabletop card games, you might not be the person I would recommend this to. But if you've had any experience, even if you've had a break, but you know the flow of how tabletop card games move, I feel like this is a must buy if you're a comic fan as well. But like I said, I feel like the only caveat is if you have someone that could tutor you and that, like I said, knows the language and how these games flow, you can pick this up easily. I don't think it was so overly complicated where you can't learn it. I just feel like it was just a super barrier for the three of us because we just did not know how those type of games flow and how the gameplay loop works. But like I said, the presentation is phenomenal. I was blown away because, I've seen, different games with just the level of the artwork on the individual cards and the packaging. It carries over. It's one consistent, art design, and it's just top notch. Like all three of us, when we opened up everything and was laying it out on the table, was blown away by the quality of it all. And I think with anything like this, you want it to be of quality and look amazing. So they definitely knocked that part out of the park. And I feel like it's a very low entry to jump into it. So when you go to their web store, it's like the card game itself, the 60 card Premier Edition is only $15. So I feel like that's not bad. And like I said, once you see everything, when you go to the site and you check out the pictures, this is very high end. I definitely have to say, and it's just like the deck is amazing, just far as the cover design and the actual individual character designs. They're just really good, and you get a 60 card deck for that $15. And like I said, I was kind of stunned because, again, I'm not really into this is not my scene, but I was trying to expand and bring you guys something different that is, related to comics. And I know a lot of different people grew up different from me and with Pokemon and Magic the Gathering, and it was other games, because I know when I was younger, when it was first really being a thing, I think it was a Marvel one at, tabletop card game. I definitely was a Star Wars one, because I remember picking up cards for the Star Wars one because I love Star Wars. And I just, again, since I was by myself and my sister wasn't going to play with me, like I said, I never could get past the point of entry, but I always was intrigued. But I get, for me at this point, it's just something that I can't get into unless, again, I have someone to really handhold me and walk me through the process of teaching me the ways of the tabletop card game. But overall, like I said, I definitely think these are amazing. I think they're definitely worth giving a try. What I'm gonna do to kind of, if anybody is interested, if you hear this episode and you think it's something that you're interested in, I have the deck they sent me to test. I played the game that night. We tried to play it once or twice. It's been packed up to sitting here. So I want to give it to someone that, if you're interested in tabletop, or you're already a fan of tabletop card games, I'll do a giveaway. So if you hear this episode excuse me, you can email me at comicbooksavant@gmail.com, or you can just go to the comicbooksavant.com website, go to the contact us page, and just in the subject line, just put "Fight for Your Friends Contest." And if you send me your information, the first response I get, I will send the game out to you guys, because that's my way to pay it back. And again, I don't really know how to play it, so, and I don't have anybody to really play with that would know it. So I might as well give it to you guys. And if if you're versed or you have friends that are in that space, I think it's well worth it to pay it forward and to give it to one of you guys. So definitely, like I said, if it's something that you feel like you're interested in, let me know. All the links to everything, if you want to find them on Facebook, it's really easy. Is facebook.com/fight for your friends game. On Twitter, it is FYF game. And on Instagram, it is the same thing, FYF game, all one word, all together one word on Instagram. And their web store is shopcoldwar.us/collections/products/fight-your-friends. So that's a lot. But like I said, I will include it in the link on the website for the post for this episode, all their links as well, so you can find their products. Because definitely, like I said, for $15, I think it's well worth it for this game. And you'll see when you look at the pictures that the quality warrants the price. I definitely think it's worth the price they're asking for. 100%, it's quality. And sometimes we can't say that in the comic space all the time, but for this, I definitely say it's quality. But that's all I have for you guys for this episode. I'm going to try to do more things like this. A lot of different companies that do comic related merchandise, games, and even, like I said, I've been trying to do more independent books and Kickstarter type related books to read, to bring to you guys, to give you something different in the space to check out, because I know we have varied interests within this hobby we love of comic books in the world. So I'm trying to bring as much diversity as possible, getting my eyes open up to stuff, and then bringing it to you guys to try to put it on your radar as well. But that's all I have for you guys for this episode. I hope everyone's out there staying safe and doing well. As always, take care, and I will talk to you soon.